Okay, quick question. What if I told you there's an animal, alive, right now, in the ocean, that literally cannot die of old age? Yeah, we're doing this. Meet Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish. And yes, that name is completely accurate. No clickbait, no exaggeration. Scientists actually call it that. It's 4.5 millimeters wide. That's smaller than your pinky nail. Transparent body, bright red stomach you can see straight through. Up to 90 tiny white tentacles around the edge. It looks like someone sneezed glitter into the ocean. And this tiny little thing is biologically immortal. Let me explain. Every animal on Earth has a life cycle, right? Born, grow up, reproduce, die. That's the deal. Nature's contract. No refunds. Most jellyfish follow this too. They start as a polyp, basically a tiny blob stuck to the ocean floor. They grow into a free-swimming jellyfish called a medusa. They reproduce. Then they die. Normal. Fine. Understood. Turritopsis dohrnii looked at that contract and rewrote it. When this jellyfish gets stressed, and we're talking injured, starving, sick, too hot, too salty, instead of dying, it just goes back. Full reverse. Adult jellyfish sinks to the bottom. Body starts folding in on itself. Tentacles retract. In 24 to 72 hours, it's a polyp again. A baby. Starting over. Okay, stop. Imagine if you could do this. You're having a terrible week. Work is chaos. You haven't slept. Something weird happened on Thursday. And instead of dealing with any of it, you just become a baby again. Back to zero. Fresh start. No memory. No bills. Sounds amazing, honestly. Scientists call this process transdifferentiation, which sounds like a transformer ability, and honestly, it kind of is. Your adult cells, already specialized, already assigned a job, completely reprogram themselves into different types of cells. A muscle cell becomes a nerve cell. A stomach cell becomes a skin cell. It's not healing. It's not cloning. It's a full biological factory reset. And here's the wild part. This can happen. Unlimited times. Stress hits, revert to baby, grow up again. Stress hits, revert to baby, grow up again. Forever. In perfect conditions, this jellyfish never has to die. Scientists have been studying this since the 1990s. They're specifically looking at transdifferentiation for stem cell research. Because if they can figure out how this jellyfish reprograms its cells, it could change how we treat cancer, aging, and damaged organs in humans. A jellyfish the size of a lentil might hold the key to human immortality. Let that sink in for a second. We are taking notes from a jellyfish. That is where we are as a species. Taking notes from a jellyfish. And honestly, fair enough. Now, here's where it gets slightly sad. Because immortal doesn't mean invincible. Most of these jellyfish still die. They get eaten by predators. They get sick from bacteria. They get stressed in the wrong way, too fast, too extreme, and the reversal process fails. The immortality only kicks in if conditions are just right, which, in the actual ocean, they often aren't. It's like having a save point in a video game that only works 40% of the time, and the other 60%, a fish eats you. Also, here's a fun fact that nobody asked for. Turritopsis dohrnii has been accidentally spreading across the entire world. Ships take on ballast water at one port, release it at another, and these jellyfish hitchhike inside that water. They've turned up in oceans they don't belong in. Mediterranean, Pacific, Caribbean. Slowly, quietly, an immortal creature is colonizing the planet's oceans. You're welcome for that information. So let's recap. This jellyfish is smaller than your pinky nail, biologically immortal, currently spreading across every ocean on Earth, possibly the key to ending human aging. And it has no brain, no heart, no bones. It's doing more for science than most of us, and it doesn't even know what science is. If your mind is even slightly broken right now, good. That means it's working. Drop a comment. Would you want to be immortal like this? Because personally, becoming a baby every time life gets hard sounds less like a superpower and more like a coping mechanism. Subscribe for a new animal that makes you question everything, every single week. See you next time.